Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
And 6 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. A beautiful fake. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Cousins flushed out right, lets it, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Packers 7.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Play action now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. We got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. But Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. That'll be complete to Cook. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down run by Jones, not going to work out as he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and 7.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On second down, Cook. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Third and long for Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Take it at the 37. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And 12.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
27-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Harris on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And Cook has it, left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
1st down, Minnesota.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And 4 at the Packers' 38-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Davante Adams, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Got an open man as Valdez-Scantling. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. On 3rd down, Cousins.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Crosby on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48.
2nd and 11 now. They run it again with Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. From the gun, here's Cousins. Smith catches left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it'll bring up third down. Again, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And Bailey able to knock it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing on second down, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. To throw again on second down. Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it's third and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. He was covered by Jeff Gladney.
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get the ball. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Crosby is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here, that's the 30-yard line.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Second and 11. Again, it's Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cousins to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Complete to Quincy Enunwa. A gain of 13.
He'll look to throw.
At the 46-yard line.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards on the play, first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action.
And they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby.
32-yard attempt.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well, wide to the left. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets double, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Cousins on first down. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Vikings.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The open man is Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Part of this pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all because they go down and score a touchdown. This thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the gain